I was thinking this morning, I had kind of weird, trying not to say too much, but I kind of had a weird experience this morning, and it made me think of when I grew up, my pastor, Jim Gardner, was this sort of intimidating kind of, well, not sort of intimidating, extremely intimidating, like man of God. And he had this, he wasn't condescending or mean or elitist. He just had this thing. He'd walk into the room and he'd be like, "Don't talk to him." And everybody would back away and give him space. And I remember, I was thinking about how his whole approach brought this sort of reverence, And I don't think it was a cultural thing. I think a lot of people say, "Oh, that's just because back in the day, it's because you scared the pastor. That was just part of being in church." I don't think that's true. Because there was just something bigger about him that was this sort of this presence. Now, not everyone felt that, I'm sure, because the church split like 7 times. So obviously there were people willing to disagree with him. But there was this thing that I just always felt. And a few weeks ago, I had a friend ask me to do his wedding, and I responded with sure, even though I knew totally why he was asking me. And it's interesting. So this morning, I have this moment because of the God of Facebook, where I'm forced to deal with it. And I thought it's interesting because I'm pretty sure no one would have ever asked Jim to do their wedding because there was a loophole that, oh, well, Jim's not technically our pastor, so he won't call us on stuff. And it was interesting. So this morning I was kind of met face to face with, do I ignore that or do I say something? And it was just interesting. While I was listening to the worship team sing Fire Fall Down, there's that line in the song that talks about walking in the light of you. And I think Christians we have this idea that the illumination of God lights our path in front of us so we don't fall over stuff, right? That we have this idea that God is like this, ethereal chopper. It's just out in front of us with his spotlight. And he's just showing it, so we go, oh, go there. Okay, we're okay. We're not going to fall down. But the reality is, as Christians, we're supposed to walk in the light. And it got me thinking about, when I was a kid, and my mom would tell me to clean my room. I didn't hide the stuff I didn't want to clean in the middle. You know what I'm saying? When you turn the light on, there's a pile of garbage. No, where do you hide it? Under your bed, back your closet, brother's room. I just blame him, although most of our lives it was the same room. And because my parents had no sensitivity toward me and my needs. But you don't hide it in the middle of the room. You hide it somewhere else. But it's interesting how I got to thinking about how as Christians, we've just become more comfortable with just hiding it in the middle of the room. Because we have this idea that God's lighting our path in front of us, but our lives are meant to be lived in light. And the problem is in the light, you kind of want to, it exposes your trash. There are some houses that I work in for the job where I really don't want the light on. Because I don't want to know what's about to kill me. I would rather just be surprised by the spider monkey in the floor. Not really spider. I have not encountered spider. But when you crawl under a house, you try to put as much light on. Why? So you can see the danger coming. But the light is on you too. It's not just out in front of you. And I think the reality is that, I don't know, I just had a moment this morning where I was just thinking, shouldn't we all be kind of sad that we've become really comfortable with all that? No? And it just made me feel like a loser, because I thought, I told him I would do it. And then I got to thinking, and I know from day one what the reason was that I would be okay with everything. Because I'm one of those people. And I remember when I got asked during my interview process with Foursquare, I was asked an interesting question. And the question was, because you've made a lot of mistakes in your life, do you think you're going to have a problem calling people on theirs? And my answer was, no, of course not. Because in my head, I'm thinking old school mentality. That condescending, hellfire, brimstone, bang the pulpit. I'm good. No. I'm thinking that's what they're asking, But the reality is, here's one of those moments where I thought, I'm just going to smile and nod and stand there the whole time knowing that that you asked me because I would just smile and nod. And I thought, no one would have ever asked Jim Gardner for me because he would have smiled and nod. He would have looked in the very soul of your sin and called you one, as he did with me on more than one occasion. But I just thought it was interesting. I know that's all free. That's nothing to accomplish. But just it's sad. Uncomfortable. And you guys are all like,
You didn't, did you respond?
yeah, I know. And told them that I would have to graciously decline unless they were willing to meet certain terms. So, it's just interesting, Mm-hmm. It's interesting how we can do that and then sit in church. And we can sit there. And you can do that because you have this idea that the light's in front of you, right? Not on you. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. What if next week at worship we turn the spotlights around? So that the worship team is in the dark. And all of you are in the light. Would the trash still be in the middle of the room? I just got a long. Are you going to do that? Maybe. So I might mistake. Have an appointment with my orthodontist. No, but you know what I'm saying? It's because we have this idea that the light's in front of us, not on us. That God's here is this sort of divine conduit of direction, and not really that the Word doesn't bring conviction to us. Its job is to bring enlightenment, and that's not really true. That Jesus says the Holy Spirit's job is to convict of sin. Interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that weird? That was just my whole morning. Really, it took like 5 hours just to come to that little thing. But that was what it was. And it was just interesting because I sat there thinking, we've just become so numb to this thing. And do you think anybody would have asked Jesus to bless a life that is not sinful, because we're all sinful in nature, but to bless a life that's devious and blatantly endorsing non-Christian lifestyle principles? From the book by Tony Robbins. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting. All right, let's do it. So, see, this is why I need a podcast. Yep. That would have been a good podcast. Right? I mean, no one would listen. But it would have stopped at, conviction of sin. All right. So, open your Bibles to Luke chapter 2. We're going to spend the next 3 weeks. Let me real quickly. I have 5 things I got to say that are not spiritually related. I would like to thank Elise for doing that. I outlined it, gave her the trace. She took care of the chalky thing. That was really good. And what's really cool is I didn't tell her that was the verse I was using today. So, it's the Holy Spirit. Why do you all laugh?
We're laughing because the woman that came last night knows.
There's the Holy
really
Spirit
not
present. That's right. And then I would like to thank all of the other ladies for the decorations and my wife's new infatuation with the bows here that was done by Kim. So I would like to thank all the ladies for decorating. And Dry Creek says it was a marvelous blessing. You don't get marvelous blessing very often from anyone.
You don't.
When was the last time someone said that is a marvelous blessing?
So I take a picture of that? Where did
It's in there. On the board, I painted over with a clear varnish. So we're going to keep that up there. That's right. And then Chris Byers and I were walking the property yesterday. By that I mean from there to here. And we needed to take care of some leafage. So next Saturday morning, we need to have a couple hours where more than just Richard, John, and Chris and I show up. If I missed, and Paul Britton. Shout out Paul. We need to have some people show up with leaf blowers and rakes and tarps.
We're just going to blow into the next property.
Yes. We're going to blow them into the canal. That's right. So we're going to, Chris Byers says he'll cut a hole in the fence. He's MIT. So. He's on their Mount Rushmore. And we're gonna take leaves and we're gonna roll them away. We're going to clean up the property. So I will send out an email probably every day, starting at 2:30, to remind everyone that we need to have this couple hours. We need some help. That needs to get done. And reminder to TGIF. Also, we have a cool opportunity to cook the dinner for the Foursquare Christmas party on Friday night. I'm going to need some help with that. If you are not at all affiliated with TGIF, you understand? I could use some servers and some people to run a carving station and some other stuff. And they're going to pay us enough that we're going to make a nice donation to the church out of it as well. Huh? It will be off Victory. It's at Victory Foursquare Church. It's off of start with a C. Woodland and Carpenter. It's on Friday night, yeah. And I'll be there cooking most of the afternoon. Probably get there around 4-ish. It's not like a ton of. It's probably about 40 people. So I can just use a couple servers and some gardeners and some people who can help out with some of the basics. But anyway, so I will also include that in the. We have TGIF this Friday, yard work Saturday, dinner Sunday, or Friday, all week long. Got it? Because I've learned. All right. So let's talk about what we're going to be talking about this month. We're going to be viewing worship from 3 perspectives this month. We're going to be talking about the first perspective is that of the angels. That's today. And taking a look at how the angels view this opportunity to worship. We're going to take a look at that of the shepherds, and finally that of the wise men. I use the term wise men loosely because we've given them a lot of names over the years. One of the hard things about doing any Christmas series, when it comes to how I view it, is that we have so commercialized Christmas that I think the reality is that most, even Christians, really have a very confused sense of what Christmas is about. We have turned it into this holly jolly, every time a bell rings, kind of goofiness, this sort of niceness that comes with the day of Christmas, that we've lost so much of what it means that when we do series on Christmas, a lot of times people are just so, I got it, right? Jesus was born to a virgin, I get it. It's neat, it's cute, and I think we really miss a lot of the point, and it's so hard to wade through much of that in a few minutes on Sunday mornings that I've always just kind of not enjoyed the trend of doing Christmas series. And so I'll be honest with you that this one's hard enough for me because I just always felt like we've just completely lost it. Christmas carols, you name it. We've created this identity around this one day every year where it's a day where the whole world comes together and just loves each other. See, it's in the spirit of Jesus. No, it's not. And it's nice. It's great that the world has Christmas. Don't get me wrong. Christmas is a great thing. You know what I'm saying? It's good that we can set aside our problems. You read the stories about World War I when they would have to cease fire on Christmas and they would go eat Christmas dinner, the enemies. They'd hang out with each other. Which to me is like, you couldn't work that out on the 26th. But the thing is that there's a good thing about Christmas. But the problem is the church has become so infused with the carnal, secular view of Christmas that a lot of it, celebrating it in December really doesn't make a lot of sense. If we're going to do a really good Christmas series, it would be good to do it like in June. And most of you said that's great. It's like the after Christmas. That's the problem with Christmas. All right, it's not going forward. You're going to there it is. All right, so Luke chapter 1 and 2 and 3. We're going to go through.